Oh man, if you're a Nick Cage fan, then this is a must-watch movie. In fact, I'd say even if you're like just a action comedy type of guy or love movies that are self-aware and jokey, then I'd still say this is a must-watch. So The Unbearable Weight of Massive Talent, that's a long-ass title, but the movie stars Nick Cage as himself. Nick Cage, a washed-up actor who accepts this offer to attend a wealthy fan's birthday party. But little does he know, he ends up being recruited by the CIA and the wild goose chase begins. To say this movie is a classic popcorn flick is an understatement. I had an absolute blast watching this movie, and I'm not even that big of a fan of Nick Cage. I haven't watched too many of his movies, and I feel ashamed to admit that, because there are a lot of references and Easter eggs in this movie to the amount of stuff Nick Cage has done in his real life that only really Nick Cage fans might get. So that's why I say you will probably love this movie or get more out of it if you love Nick Cage. Or if you love Pedro Pascal. But no, mostly Nick Cage. Jokes aside, Nick Cage and Pedro Pascal's performances and their chemistry together stole the show, and I mostly love the scenes with them in it. Some of the situations they got themselves in were just hilarious to watch, and seeing their relationship progress was just very fulfilling and satisfying. But that's kind of what I expected coming into it anyway, even though I had pretty much no expectations at all, because I came into this movie not even watching the trailer for it once. All I knew was that it was an action comedy or something like that. And it sure was. This is a very self-aware movie, and quite frankly, I'm led to believe that this movie is just Nicolas Cage and all the other actors in the movie joking about the movie. That's literally the movie. There's literally one whole sequence where they were just talking and just joking about making a movie that sounded like the actual movie. Yeah, I hope that made sense, because I'm still trying to grasp what was real time in that movie and what wasn't. This movie is a self-aware adventure. There are certain times where I just laughed because there are mentions to certain action movie cliches or things a movie always has, and then it has that. And it makes sense because in this movie, Nick Cage is an actor and is trying to create a movie. And this is the movie. Oh my god, I figured it out. Look, this movie might be a glorified meme fest of Nick Cage. I don't know, like I said, I'm not a huge Nick Cage fan, but this movie kind of has a bit of everything. Character development, family, a little bit of romance, comedy, action. It's got a lot of things that are very similar to stuff that, we're all familiar with before in action movies and action comedies, and mainly just action movies. But the only unique aspect is Nick Cage. And I believe Pedro Pascal and Nick Cage being in the very first movie together? I don't know, I could be wrong there, but I'm going to give The Unbearable Weight of Massive Talent a B+. I realized this review was very short. But I mean, there's not too much to talk about. I feel like I covered everything. But also because maybe since I watched this movie and The Northman on the same day, and watching two movies on the same day and having to think about them at the same time makes me forget about some stuff, or makes me keep things for both reviews more brief. Yeah, that honestly might be it. But there's also a reason why I did that, and also a reason why I might have forgotten to review some certain movies like Michael Bay's Ambulance and The Lost City starring Channing Tatum and Sandra Bullock, even though I really wanted to watch them. After my last review, which was the third Fantastic Beasts movie, I believe, I just took a 2-week break from going to the cinemas because of some very important matter that I had to deal with, which I'm hoping to talk about next week in just one video, which will be the double review of those two movies I just mentioned, and as well as a little update. I'm hoping I can do that next week, but if I don't, then whatever. Just letting you know my plans, even though nobody gives a shit. But hey, if I actually had followers and real subscribers who don't just watch one video and leave, then I would have people who actually gave a shit. People often wonder why I talk about stuff concerning with my life, but I mean, if I actually had an audience, they would be interested, would they not? But anyway, that's a video for another day. Guys, thanks so much for watching. Let me know what you think down below. Like and sub if you enjoyed, and as always, feel free to check out any of my previous videos. Until next time.